Testing. Testing. Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another stream. There we go. Hello. So, continue to improve. That's the goal. Can no longer see the broom, kinda, and just turn the computer now. I'm like more, and I can relax and that. And anyways, so had a lot of fun doing the coding game and stuff, and I do want to do another stream here soon to do just coding game, where you can actually get featured on their website. Actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Submit. That's interesting. It's like that. But actually, there's someone streaming right now. Day 6. So that's that same person. Also, I got to double check where we at there. Yeah, so that's the person that was on yesterday with, about, it was like 8 or 9 spectators, and that's awesome. Day 6 of 1,000 league, in 30 days. Alright, so, that's intense. I might actually, no. I already started the stream, can't back out now. But I'll watch them, maybe I'll try to do that tomorrow. But anyways, I had this pulled up. So we're working on the website, right? And that's part of the JavaScript that ran, and check this out. And this is the GitHub website. This isn't the, I still just got to make sure, because I mean, just for like sanity check, like, okay, it is GitHub. And it now has the select. I didn't touch it last night after I finished streaming. Like I did. That Al Fuego. Oh, how's it look on the backup monitor? It's still offensive. So, Al Fuego. You know you done messed up. But yeah, for those that don't know, I'm Alex A-Rye Ryan. You know, my nickname growing up. And yeah, and if you don't know Colorado, I-25 is our main interstate, and it is always under construction. Still, like to this day. I mean, you can check your watch. It's under construction. All right, and this, I got to give credit to this. In fact, yeah, we'll go and keep working on the website. So I need to finish this. Apologies if anyone chats. You know the drill. Can't. I'm still fixing the thing, and I tried removing the black background of the chat window, trying to make it opaque. So maybe I'll sit down with that tomorrow and just like figure that out. But I mean, as far as I can tell, the audio's good. You can't hear the fan. That was one of my biggest concerns. And when I was streaming in the past, my internet was garbage, so like I couldn't do Minecraft. It was painful. So, all right. So, but it works. This is one of the. Let's see, where is my GitHub website? And for those that do want to build a GitHub website, all you got to do is Google build a GitHub website, and they'll tell you how you got to save it. And I'm pretty sure it's just your username like this, and then .github.io. I mean, in fact, let's just double check. We have technology. So, how to build a GitHub website. Pages site. Okay, so, all right, and repository and dismiss. I mean, I could have, but I want to see how GitHub says to do it. So a new repo name. Yeah, there it is. So it's your username and then .github.io. All right, and excuse me. So did that, and now, and actually, I need to close these tabs. I've got so many. I was talking to Grok. All right, so if you love him or hate him, Elon Musk, he's done a bunch of things. There's going to be a cat on that. We'll talk about everything he's done, good and bad. And there's a lot. And there's Bloodborne. I was looking up Mikolash. I just did a YouTube short with that, and like I'm just like spinning around in his golden pointy hat, and like I'm gonna be doing some of Bloodborne too, because I feel like all you got to do is just plug in the device into your computer. Like I have this monitor. I mean, I've heard you have to have a capture card, but I don't know. I'm just winging it with all these things, watching tutorials as I go. So, anyways, we don't need that. I'm a little concerned of what this is. Oh, and was that Google Docs? There we go. Open source computer science. It didn't even get a chance to load. So this is my original thing when I streamed like 3 years ago. I was just a wee lad that graduated a cybersecurity boot camp, CSU's first online cybersecurity boot camp, and I almost took off from work for the entire time. I still ended up working in a warehouse for half of it, and this was like at the tail end of COVID or the mists of COVID. Yeah, I'm a computer scientist. Studying it for over 10 years, and I still haven't stopped. And that's one of the things that we're going to end up doing. Okay, I got to focus. I was doing some challenges, but actually, I would like. What's it called? IO. No. Studio.io. No. That's interesting, but no. Let's get out of that. This is really silly. Okay, let's actually just go back to coding game. This is my playground recursion. So there's a key word that gets you to where you can build this, and it's there it is. Tech.io. Jeez. Oh wait, why did I just go there? All right, cool. So basically, the idea of this is we can actually record. See, these are my playgrounds. We'll create a playground, and we will do a Python. Yes, because I am lazy and I love Python. It is a very inefficient language. So if you're going to develop for large-scale projects, you probably don't want to use Python. Rust is what I've heard is the new thing. In fact, we could Google that and see which is the most efficient. Darcy DeClute, this gal that I saw, or this lady that I saw on XApp, wondrous tool, being able to talk to anybody. It's also very dangerous because you can talk to anybody, and potential for your emotions. But anyways, wait, what's this? Yes, use a GitHub repository. I feel like I was supposed to. Playground created. You can edit your playground with the edit button. Yeah, this is cool. So you could do it in the browser, and you can edit like the text in there. So there it is again. This is some jibbery jube. Like they do a hash, a key, so that like then get go on get. So all right. So we're here. How do I name it? Maybe I need to save it to name it. But hello world. So that's an awesome. That's like usually the first program that anybody does, and so now we're starting a new project. We're going to do Hello World. We'll bounce back and forth between the website and this. Okay, and then let's see. But the idea of this is so I have this, and I was actually going to move this stuff around. So maybe we should do that. I don't know, but like you can build with Tech.io and do these. What I was eventually going to try to do was the CISSP certification, and then it's the Certified Information Systems Security Professional. Certification is a globally recognized credential for information security professionals, demonstrating expertise in designing, implementing, and managing a cybersecurity program. It is highly valued by both professionals and employers, signifying a deep understanding of security principles and practices. And I want to do this now. It is above my level for now. I did pass the Security Plus. Let's look at that up. The CompT or the Security Plus, yeah. So I passed 2 of the practice exams of this. I didn't pay to actually take the test, but where is it? This one. And how is it? Yeah, we can accept cookies. Like, this is a good basic one. That's what I basically learned from the boot camp, was how to do all this. So assess the security posture, monitor and secure hybrid environment. Yeah, and that's a big one. Like that's a yeah. So And this last one's the most important. Like, with all the bells and whistles, you need to be able to know that you are identifying, analyzing, and responding to security events and incidents. Now, you're not going to catch everything. Most of the time, it's going to be something like someone's going to be in there for a while, like moving around and stuff, and every movement should be setting off little bells and whistles, or if it's unauthorized, or even if it is authorized, too. I mean, no. Well, anyways, get into that. I did used to work for an aerospace company where everybody was tracked. Everything you did was logged and recorded, and it was kind of fun because like the security team would message you, be like, "Hey, were you doing this?" I'm like, yeah, yeah, I had to delete that user because I was like, or any potentially malicious thing, like someone could go in there and just start deleting files, deleting people, and like just all sorts of bad things, or they could be like stealing things and like copying things, all that stuff. So like sometimes even if a file is copied, that could send off an alarm, be like, anytime this file is copied, like alert this team. And so then the team could be like, wait, did you authorize this? They'd be like, no, that wasn't me. And then boom, it shuts it down. They make off with what? In fact, I'm talking about doing the CISP. Another thing I want to do, and that's why we'll probably do the website first, is do a list of these projects. And I already do have quite a bit going on. We've got the CATS, we've got OCS, CS, open source computer science, communal, which is a hippie farm, zero interest lending, personal problem solving with Make It Right, whatever else that can help people that like anyone that can need it too. Um, it could be like people experiencing homelessness, in between homes, like however you want to phrase it. Colorado is actually doing pretty good at that. Let's actually talk about that. It's fading west. I've actually talked to these folks and said if I can raise money for a project, spoilers. Wait, no, I guess I'm already looking at the camera. Spoilers. Eventually, like this is where it's going to go, and then this would eventually turn into the hippie farms. But until then, like let's actually look at the projects. So I'm from Buena Vista originally, and they started with this one, the Midland Apartments, I believe. Let's see, is this, yeah, the 60 houses. This actually took over a baseball field, but it was a much needed. I think those were already there. The ones in the background, I want to say, or no, maybe those are the ones that they built. So I feel like there was, but I mean that looks like new construction there. So maybe that is. Oh, I'm sorry. So maybe that is all the same, but there were some other apartments in the area anyway that were kind of like around the area. But there was a baseball field. This is a newspaper or the Ark Valley Voice. Oh yeah, and if you actually look, there's my buddy's mom. He passed away when right after we graduated high school, drunk driving. So he was one of my buddies and on the football team, and there she is helping out old BV. And so I want to be doing this kind of stuff. Like I feel like this would be awesome, and I don't have to be there for the breaking ground thing, but making this kind of stuff happen. And look at those mountains. You see that again? Oh yeah, that's Buena Vista right there. No vacancy. Not just kidding. It's a touristy town, and like it's interesting because tourist towns are usually like that. Like you get that kind of mentality where you're like, I don't like these people coming in. Like if they're trashy, if they're polite and like respectful, then it's totally fine. Like there's a lot of river rafting up there, being like right there, the Arkansas River and whatnot. And so, anyways, let's get back to fading west. That's just the 60 unit one. Check it out. There's this other one, the farm. And this one I didn't know about. So originally I was like thinking, so we had a trailer park called the Sleeping Indian. Yeah, I know, like not very racial sensitive name, but we do have the mountain sleeping. It needs to be like sleeping Native American, I guess. I don't know. And we don't say Buena Vista out of spite. We just say it because if people don't speak Spanish, it's almost offensive to them to try to say something in Spanish and they have to live there and be known there. So that's why we call it Buena Vista. Like, I mean, same with when I was growing up, we didn't drink wine in church. We drank grape juice because there's people trying to stay away from alcohol. We didn't question it. That's just how it was. So it's not a racist thing, honestly. Like, in fact, I feel like we actually had some kind of like, we had some pretty diverse families up there, and like, it was still very whitewashed. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, how do I want to phrase that? Let's just leave it as that. Like, And it is changing too. It's like a little Breckenridge a little bit, which is kind of sad, but at the same time, it'll always have that small town feel. I feel like. Um, so yeah, but that trailer park shut down. I think it was like septic tank stuff or something, but like it was long overdue. It was just bad, and then feel like that's why they did the project at Carbondale or the other one, the 60 unit one. Now they have 218 units, so that's just cool. But anyways, I reached out to him and I just said, hey, hypothetically I got a stone soup situation. Sorry. Uh an advertisement. I saw a chat. Hey, thank you. But um anyways. So yeah. But I have talked to them about like the stone soup idea of like, hey, if I have this, can we do this? And particularly for the immigrant situation right now. So we'll go ahead and do uh, the website, update it, make it a little cleaner. And actually, first thing I should do, now let's go back and the CSS, that should be updated. Because I basically just need to wait, now I gotta figure that out. Let's go ahead and close out some of the stuff. Fading West is good. That this CISP, this is the one that we'll start. We'll put, yeah, we'll try to do that tonight because I figured it'd get an hour or two. And then this needs to be cleaned up. So there's a couple ways I could go about this. I can either change this one or this one. So this is actually a list. It's an unordered list. It's a nav bar. I thought I already had that. So let's see. This might be .navbar. I think I can do. So that's for the links. I have that. Do I have hover? No. And actually, I do need to fix this up a little bit because it's kind of wonky. I mean, it's very wonky. Like each of these should be a button, but not quite like this. So I don't know. Ministry of WTF. Well, that's fine. That was actually a in fact, let's let's just duplicate this. So that'll be the CSS, and we can jump back and forth. Go to the website, do the index. We can edit. So see these class equals what would I want to do with that? So we got main. List style type none, margins none. No, so actually the problem is, the reason I'm being so kind of gingerly about this is like, or just like careful, is I don't want to screw this up. So now that this works, it's targeting each one of these sections. Well, let's even fork that so we have the JavaScript too, which is what CodePen actually does, but oops, I clicked the wrong one. It's okay, you can find it again. And you can see all the stuff I have hosted here, so it's a lot of gibberish for the most part, but I mean, some of it is the stuff you can actually branch or fork the code and stuff. Alright. This one. So it is changing element by ID. So on anything with these IDs, the second navbar, the body, the main navbar. Okay. And this is all the different, each one of these groupings, a case statement, like I was wanting to do in one of those coding game challenges last night. So basically, you could do the case, the switch in case. I guess a switch statement in each case. Sorry. So, trying to think of like what would be affecting this. Just do class main. Let's just copy that. I don't know. Well, I don't know if the list items. Let's see about that because I'm trying to remove that and just make it a basic list. And so if it's a class other than, see, and you don't want to change too many things at once because then you're not really isolating which is the change. So, actually, wait. Can I delete that? So cheap viewers on Steamboat. We can actually, yeah. Did it? Nah. Yeah, see, I've done that before where it just leaves it on there. Cheap viewers, I mean, I appreciate the comment, but at the same time. Yeah. Oh, there we go. What's that? Clear chat. It's just the one. So yeah. Anyways, in fact, what I used to do was a Monty Python quote, but then I won't be able to see if someone else chats or comments. Anyways, so I guess let's change that. Let's see what that does. Just adding the classes that were. So that's fine. Class main, the Ministry of WTF. Oh, and then also want to do, what do I even put that on the P? And then Professor Gersh, CSU. There we go. So, because I got to give him credit, that's where I first heard it. However, I will say, also, let's put in a Monty Python quote. Wait. Yeah, there it is. Then you got to do the ending. Okay. Wait. There we go. So, I guess I see there's comments down here, but I was trying to do that from memory and I wasn't paying attention to that. But yeah, the Monty Python quote. See, I've already done this a few times. It's like, I want to see like the whole, there we go. Strange women lying in ponds distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. There we go. Now we can put that and that shall forever live as a Monty Python quote in here. I usually do that for Python files, but whatever. I'm going to do it for this file, an HTML file. Now we're going to test what this does to. Oh, and this was hilarious. Like, we'd just be sitting there talking and be like, oh, so someone does this with X, Y, and Z and hacks your system. Well, that's fine. And then he would tell you how to fix the situation. So, let's see. Added Monty Python quote and testing, adjusting, just saying adjusting, UL and LI labels. There we go. So, directly to the branch. And I'm thinking this just wasn't like updated and then made it. See, so I need to go back and take that out of the JavaScript. So when you reload it, it runs the code. And I do that just to show like if you made it into the code. But we can see that now that it is. We can go back to standard. That's how we came in at. No El Fuego. Alright, then matrix. So, now did it change? This? I don't think so. So I think people are still popping off fireworks, so. Yeah, because see this doesn't look good. And none of this does. In fact, this whole thing, what I need to do is change each one of these to a thing. That's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and edit this. So that's all fine. We're just going to take all this and that. And then put down here. And actually, concerns and thoughts. Oh, okay. So these are all the examples. Let's actually say that. H1, or am I using H1s or? Yeah. What's that look like? Yeah, H1's fine. Okay, so H1. Um, I guess I say about it. I guess I've already see. I'm stuck between like so I've already labeled it here. Yeah, maybe I don't need that. Okay. So if we look here, and actually this, I gotta reload it. Let's go ahead and take out that JavaScript thing. Oops, no, it was. Oh, we gotta edit it. Okay. Moving debug statement. So I just wanted to see if it was actually linking, which it did, and you can see that when it changes theme. So that was the whole point of linking that JavaScript. And yeah, again, I have no idea what happened. I guess it was just a cache thing. I didn't fully reload it. But then also, we did make a change of rearranging that, moving all that down, and eventually this should be. Let's see about here. So that was in here. White hat jumps down to ID or no? ID. Okay, so if you change the ID to the div, I don't have a lot of divs in here, I don't think. So why is this looking weird? That's concerning. Well, either way, changing this to cats concerns. Oh no, just cats. We're just making a button. About to start typing everything out, and then cats. So then do div. This is getting pretty bad too. I'm trying to see like, okay, no, so that's against the wall. It's kind of hard to see with all the space between the numbers and whatnot. Then go in there. Oh, I also just realized if anybody rates, which might not happen, but then I've said that before, and since I'm like streaming in science and technology, somebody might, well, someone did do that. I had like one or two viewers, and there's just like boom, 130, but that's all right. So I guess I'm gonna have to fix the chat sooner rather than later, but this is only my third stream back. So anyways, back to this. ID, ID the cats in the div. ID cats. And is it colon or is it equals? Okay, now it's equals, and then I gotta do the closing tag for the div here. Oh, it already did it. It auto fills in. So yeah, like GitHub is wild, like how easy it makes all that. And then do this. What's the next one? So we have that. We have OSCS. Let's do another div. Take this out. Move it down here. So wait, where is OSCS? Okay, so that's actually a pretty short one. So it's all out of whack. Oh well, as long as it's more or less there. So then that would be ID equals OSCS. Okay. The second button to OSCS. Now Python, Java, I have those linked to. Let's go ahead and commit change because we've done quite a bit of stuff. So added, starting to add divs to existing sections, divisions. I don't know. And then also linking the nav bar to each section. Yeah, linking is not linked as in past tense, but linking. So, okay. I have to do this. Oh, see, it's still not. Even with that fan, it's still all hot. Alright, so now, and then, oh, no, see, this hasn't changed. It's changing in the URL. Oh, you can't see the URL. That's right. Alright, so, oh, okay, now it changed. I guess that's an easier way to do it. Instead of the hard refresh and everything, just open it in a new tab. Alright, we'll use that for testing. So, we got that cats OSCS communal needs to do. I'm almost wondering about a background for this, kind of like that. Just kind of like link them together. How can I do that with this? So what's containing that? This one. Alright, so main navbar, class navbar. So there's the ID and there's the potential for that. So if we go into the CSS, navbar is that border black. I don't see main navbar, so this could be good. So I was a little worried that the ID might be throwing it off. Like this, what is that? Border radius. You can change the border radius and it'll curve the edges there. So, alright. Now, so all I gotta do is just add class navbar to these divs. Am I editing? Nah. Let's go and edit. And then, so for each one, let's do the cats. Class navbar. So now let's go and do it for the other one as well. Because I mean, either way, if I don't want to look at like navbar, I do want to change it. So there is benefit to like building this structure. Just added class navbar to first two section divs. There we go. And so now, there we go. No, it did not work. Or at least as I expected. So there's something else here, that ID possibly, but confused because, and it could also be slow to load. I mean, that's the other option, and that's the other possibility, but we have those are anchor links. I could have been missing it down here, but it's not. So a list, an unordered list, anchor link, which actually I could do hover. What is a hover anchor link tag? W3 schools. So it's a pseudo class apparently. So yeah, be font color maybe. Yeah, CSS declarations. Yeah, you can change the link and visited. So if you really want to get into that, so people can tell like where they've already been, that's useful. But at the same time, I feel like people are kind of learning to make do with non-links like that. So, all right. Well, wait a minute. Now they're adding extra stuff in there. So style links with different styles. So dottings have, oh, that's so many. What's active? Selected link. So when you're clicking it and it's active, what does it change? And then this would be hover and active. That's weird. They'd have it both. And that hurts. Why? Why would you do that? Like, so just put them on the next line, or maybe I'm just misunderstanding what that even does. Let's see. Let's try it yourself. Do you like to try it yourself? Like that 40-year-old version? Or no? Is it loading? Hello, I'd like to try it myself. There we go. Okay. So I'm specifically confused about this. Underline, hover. Wait. Hover, active. Oops. Okay. So the fact that it's changing when I'm hovering, that's confusing. So active, why would you even have active? So I guess you're maybe just like, oh, okay. So if it's using the same, that's like overloading. So if you want it for the hover and active, rather than writing it like hover and then active on its separate line, I guess so you're chaining. So you could actually have hover, active, visited, and if you just wanted to make it all the same, or you just, no, you wouldn't change all of them, because if you go back to this one, there's a lot of different things you could do. So like the link is just as it exists in the beginning. But if you've already visited, if you're hovering over it, or if it's active, so if it's clicking. I don't know, we went way off on a tangent there. What I'm trying to do though, so it's either the unordered list, which I doubt, or wait, what's the original one? So it starts off as, what is that, like, I don't know, there are ways to figure out what the color is, but basically, there you go, that's the color. You see it on there? Yeah. So I just searched the hex value of that. So it's navbar. So I gotta make it class navbar. I thought there might have been a typo. If you go back to class navbar for a div, Is the ID of OSCS something? Because that could be. Oh, man. This is why I have to do this in streaming, because then it's just like, I won't ever get it done if I don't. It's that accountability. Yeah, see, look at all this. This all looks like pretty bad. We're looking at all the different energy things. So an unordered list. First off, let's do a div here. Oh, wait. So, and then, well, I guess we could just keep going in order. We've got the cats, we've got the navbar. Let's actually go ahead and just copy this, even though it doesn't work. We can at least link, like, start to clean it up so then you can jump down there and navigate it a little bit. So, ID communal, spelt with L. Oh, wait. Yeah, we'll just keep the ID capitalized like that. No. I keep going back and forth because I didn't capitalize it elsewhere and it's not. I don't know. So, class navbar, end. Now, and then should I separate out the interest-free loans? Because that's like another idea that doesn't necessarily have to be tied with communal, but communal is the idea of like for the business, for the nonprofit business. In fact, oh, whoops. I had all that stuff on there. Nice. Can load this over here. Oh, wait. It was already there. There we go. I actually used some graffiti from Malaysia in the background there. But there's communal. It's all of it. So I guess this is the actual nonprofit proposal with links and basically what I'm trying to like recreate with philanthropies. The idea that people are rewarded and commended on their acts of philanthropy. This can be open to people, corporations, or organizations, for-profit, non-profit, religious, government, all can compete. So yeah, this stuff, and then Wall of Shame. Oh. Okay, never mind. I just forgot that I said all of that with real, quote unquote, real crimes and all that. That's under construction too. All of this is under construction. But, anyways. So, back to this. And actually, you know what? Let's do a code clash real quick. It'll oscillate back to the website, but let's do Clash of Code. Is it showing up right there? Alright. And this was kind of a mixed bag last night. Composer, nice. 45. Those actually had stuff in it like Hydratech, nice. All plus network. Or it could just be a really well-made bot. I don't know. Or I mean, maybe that's what they really. That would be really interesting. Like, hey, hello, that's my picture. I'm speaking as them. That's not me. Obviously, you can see me. That's why the idea of a Twitch stream is so exciting. But I do need to fix the chat if this ever gets big. It's got to show up here so I can see it, so I'm not constantly. Or I guess I could just move the monitor. I gotta fix somehow to do that. Alright, 30 seconds. Yeah, and we'll start the CISP too. That's an exciting part because I do want to start taking. I do want to try to get that in the near future, like within the next year. I also want to go back for a master's, but trying to afford that right now. And then more student loans. Yikes. That is so loud. I think there's a way to turn it off actually, but then I kind of like having it on though. It's worth a little bit of discomfort to. Oh, it was lagging. Oh, fast is alright. Hold on. Ubby Dubby is a language game in which ub is inserted before each vowel sound and a syllable. For this puzzle, we will assume ub is inserted before any vowel group with a vowel being any character in A, E, I, O, U, then capitalize of that same thing. If the first vowel of a group is uppercase, then we insert ub instead of ub and replace that vowel by its lowercase version. What the? Alright, so. Okay, okay. Alright, I got it. So, for char in text, we are going to do if char in A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U. No, actually, return text plus equals ub plus char. And then return text, we'll put that up here. Oh, I guess, you're supposed to put all your stuff down there. I don't know. It doesn't matter, like, we're trying to race. So the return text, declare it, and then text is, what is length, sentence, what are the inputs? An integer for the length of the sentence. Sentence. Did I spell it right? Alright. Sorry. Elif. Oh, nope. Elif, char in A-E-I-O-U. Return text plus equals ub plus char. Else, wait. Return text plus equals char. I think that's it. And then you do that, return text. Bada bing. Ha! No, it's not going to get it. First try. Hubble, and then what? Wait, what? I thought that's what you wanted. Output. The simplified ubby decoded. Ah! I did it backwards. Wait. Hold on. Ubby language is a game in which ubby is inserted. It's already inserted. Oh my gosh. You'll be given a simplified ubby sentence and output the decoded sentence. Oh, I double ubby. Okay, never mind. It pays to read the whole thing. And look, we were already third place, maybe fourth. That's okay. Is inserted before any vowel. So then you're decoding. See, I just saw this and it's like, I am Emma, then that's the output. Like, why would you put them that way? Probably to mess with people like me who would just run right in the wrong direction. I did score a goal at the wrong basket one time in middle school basketball. Not in high school. I didn't play basketball in high school, but probably because of one of that reason. I wasn't paying attention. I just ran and shot the basket at the other basket. And I was all, yeah. And then there was like, oh, wrong one. Oh, okay. So, all right. So new strategy. We got to take it out. So this is already going to fail because it's going to find the U. I got it. No. Hold on. So I guess what I'm thinking here is we've got two targets. We're going to be analyzing each character in, so it's still a sentence. We've got this gibberish here, ubi, ubam, oh, and is that really what ubby dubby is? I remember that back when I was in like elementary school, like the girls would do this ubby dubby thing, and they would say that, and they'd be like doing this thing, and oftentimes I just kind of walk away. They just like, I don't know what you're saying, and like then they would giggle at each other, like he. I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I'll be W to you too, and I'd walk off. like, don't waste my time with that. Anyways, I mean, they were flirting. It was obvious, but it was just like, just say it, But they were fishing to see my response, and I don't think that was the response they were hoping for. Anyways, we got 9 minutes to do this. So basically what I need to do is like every character in the sentence, you're analyzing if it's a you. Oh. For char, if char equals single dash. Why not? Just be fancy. You, or wait. Or wait. So first you're looking for anything where it's a U. And then if it's a U, linking ands and ors. This is no, actually we'll still need to do in. We'll just change this to that or that. If char in that and sentence one and I equals 0. Gotta remember to whatever we're doing at the end, I plus equals 1. So that's the index, so we're going to continue to move the first target to see, okay, if it's that, and since that is equal to, now here's the B for the ubba dubba part. So no matter what, if you see a lowercase u or an uppercase u, oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I was starting to freak out because this, but that's because I added in extra ones. It's like, wait, no, I'm only taking out one. I'm doing this. Those test cases are no good because I did the exact opposite. So anyways, how do I cut it out? Target index equals 0. So we're starting there. Target index. Oh, okay. And then here, doing that. Return text plus equals sentence target index. Wait, where did the other one go? Okay, it was hidden under the and then we also need target index plus equals 1. So so there's an analysis index and then there's a target index. So what you're actually going to do an action or perform an action or do a move. So you've got, first you're checking if it's a use, and let's see what's on there. Actually, there you go. You should be able to see what's on the screen too. So if it's this, so if the char is that and sends at index, because index is currently at 0, so this very first character, it's like, oh wait, it's a U. Okay, and then it's going to process it, and the next one is a B, and it's a lowercase u or an uppercase B, then target index plus equals 2. So you're skipping these two. I think that's it. Is that it? Now let's try it again. Oh. Oh. Okay, so string index out of range on line 19. Target index. Okay. So this is happening at the end because it's an index out of range. There's no index of where target index. If target index plus equals 1, parentheses that, so everything in that is equal to sentence dot length. What is length in Python? Len. Do it before, after. Let's see an example. Len, and okay, you got to put the whole thing in there. Where we go? There we go. So the len of that. That just seems so weird. -1. Let's do this break and let's just see if that actually fixes it. So, do I need to put it all in parentheses? Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to base it. Now we've got like 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Do this. Okay. 2. Okay. I mean, that's not working like at all. It's supposed to be, it's hello, and I'm missing world, and it didn't work at all. It's still adding. If char is in. So if it's in uppercase U or lowercase u, and then. Oh man. The other way that this could be done. Remove Python. So if you can. The first occurrence. That's out of a list. Alright, never mind. So it's basically analyzing text to target, well, it's the UBs. How to take out the UBs. Got Python 3 so we can see in like 30 seconds. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why that didn't work because we've got, I mean, it didn't not take it out. My thinking was, is I would add the target index, so whatever character I wanted, and it would skip, and so target index, so I think this is wrong. So it's something here. So it's that and... Oh, wait, no. That's plus 2. No? I mean, it's out of time, so that's fine. Um, because basically I was wanting it to skip, and that's actually how linked lists work to delete an item. A linked list, at least in Java, we learned that, and actually let's share code. Oh, he didn't share his code. Interesting. Alright, that's fine. So, but anyways, the way a linked list works is you have like one item, one grouping of data that has a pointer to the next one, or the memory address of where the next one begins. And then you just have that repeated over for every item in the linked list. Now, if you want to delete an item, you have to take the pointer in this one, say like they're 1, 2, and 3. If you want to delete item 2, you have to get the pointer from 1, and instead of pointing to 2, you have to point it to 3, and it still exists there, but in the logic of it, you're following the pointers, it would miss that one. And that's actually, you can abstract data. Like, I mean, you would think in a perfect world, like piece 1 and piece 2 and piece 3 would all be right next to each other in data and memory. Like, it would be in the same memory locations in the same area. That's hardly ever the case. It's really like here, and then maybe it's over here, and then maybe it's over there, and then you're just doing that. Although all memory is still just like in a row. Like there's a memory address for each individual, I want to say byte. I don't know. I did a computer architecture class back in the day, but that was a little while ago. So let's do another one. That was fun. Actually, how are we doing on? Uh, about an hour. I'm just thinking about like I got to be up in the morning, but not nearly as bad as this morning. So I accidentally signed up on the sign up. So we have like a office coverage thing, and so I had to be there at 8 a.m. I'm almost never there at 8 a.m. It's like, it's okay. That's not usual. I'm thinking this is a bot. Maybe. Or is just someone like me just playing in a row. Seeing twice in one. That'd be really cool if they weren't, but let's see. Nothing there. There. That's definitely a bot. Ron Burgundy, but from Russia. Ugh. He bailed. Even the bot didn't want to play. But that like simulates behavior like person like left, like, oh, they can't be a bot, they left, you know. Any human behavior can essentially be simulated by bot behavior. Or a bot can simulate just about anything. Because everything, all of this is like input, output, digital signals. I guess the best example of that was I did a bunch of projects where, oh, that looks new. So I did a bunch of projects where they did like you'd input an image and then analyze all the pixels and then output something. Like you would manipulate the image. All right, you must compute the area of a trapezoid. I don't know how to do that. In the first line you have A means short base of the trapezoid. In the second line you have B means long base. Third line you have H means height. One decimal number, the area of the trapezoid. Constraints. Okay. Find the area of a trapezoid. There we go. All right, so A, the area equals A plus B over 2 times height. So we've got A plus B over 2 times height. A equals A plus B. I'm going to comment this out. A plus B divided by 2 times height. So, is that right though? Okay. Short base is A. Oh, wait, no, you just add them. It doesn't matter. So, wait, is that? Mm. Okay. All right. That's it. I'll share my code. It took me a little bit. 24 seconds. Okay. I really hope that's a person. That's impressive. Print the solution. Made the solution. Okay, so nice. Let's do it again. I feel like I've seen that one before. How's this person doing on the old? Still going. Nice. And that's the other thing too. If like there's somebody else streaming, like I feel like I don't want to be competing with that. Like let them do it. Plus they're doing day 6 out of 30 days. They're going strong. Kind of. They're almost a third of the way done. Interesting to start. I guess they started on the 2nd because it's the 7th today. So, oh, maybe it's because it's 31 days. All right. Ooh, we got them in here. They were faster than me. Oh, wait, where is that? Antananarivo. Antananarivo. Madagascar. Okay. Cool. Composer. Hudson. Whoa. America. Well, whatever. There's a Hudson, Massachusetts, and there's a Hudson, Colorado, and then there's a, I don't know. That is like borderline doxing, and you have to assume that people are going to do that to your stuff too. So Fort Collins, right there. You can go to Fort Collins. Like I've said before, I'm not actually even up there anymore, but I'll just leave it up there. That is so loud. That's not annoying for the playback. Because that's what these are going to turn out to be. I'm going to move them over to my YouTube and they will live forever on my channel. I'm still only level 11. I need to get better at that. I mean, level 8, 45, 3, 5. Reverse mode. Okay, you have to guess what to do by observing the provided set of tests. Alright, so it's counting how many alterations. So, 1. Wait. It's the peaks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah. So each one of these, it's counting. Oh no. What? Oh my gosh, no, that hurts. That hurts. Alright, so it's also got a height. So for this, can I just do this and then just like a leading and a trailing? Oh, wait. It doesn't matter. We're just counting. Oh. Well, no. So n doesn't matter. Like if I had to draw that, that's why that. Oh. No, all I'm looking for is this. When one here, one there, nothing else, and I increase a count. So count equals 0. For char in line minus. Oh wait, no. So it's for everyone except for the last one. I don't remember even how to do that. But it's basically if... Oh, that other one ended. Alright, so this is kind of similar to that one that I just struggled with. Because you're trying to target two things to compare them to, like, if they're equal to this, if they're equal to a peak. And now that could exist in any of these lines. So okay. So oh, ounce Python. Specifically, it appears in a list. Index of Python. So the numerical position of an element within a sequence such as a string, list, or tuple, Python uses zero-based indexing. So basically what I can do is do the index of the first occurrence, but then I would have to do every occurrence. And that's also, and that returns the index of. So then you'd still want to have to like turn around and so no, I don't think there's any way around it. I think I have to continue to analyze each char and then each following char. Let's do index equals 0. For num in range len line -1. So it's just going to do that. That's like a counter. So it's only going to do it until it hits the bottom one. And then if line num, so that's also kind of the index. Oh wait. Num. Uh oh, my keyboard's about to die. +1 equals. Whoops. Oh, I have to do it in there. I don't know how long it's gonna have. It's gonna be annoying. Oh, and I'm not even doing this on the screen. Jeez. All right, so that's just gonna keep beeping. Count plus equals 1. Print count. Let's do it. No. Okay. So it's for every line, and then slicing Python. So basically I'm trying to take the line at the index, start and stop. So we're slicing it there. Oh wait, now the stop is inclusive, I think. So let's see. The index where the slice ends exclusive. So I gotta do a +2. Oh, wait. What is that? Oh. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. So it needed an escape character because the backslash is the escape character, and in order to contain it, see, it's tricky. All right. Do we get it? We'll leave that 8 minutes later. All right, let's go ahead and plug in. So I gotta do away with the mouse. Plug in the keyboard. We have technology. I have other keyboards that have wires too, so if I really wanted to go old school, I could do that. So now I don't have the mouse though. Where are we at with this? All right. And actually, how are we doing on this? Just a little over an hour. What else we got going on in the world? Okay. Just because, I mean, without the mouse, it's just kind of like, oh, it's annoying. I know I did this last night, but, yeah. Okay. Let's do another one. Actually, wait. Let's look at puzzles. Solo, code golf, optimization, puzzles. Code golf and see what it is for solo. Oh. I've already done. I don't really want to do code golf, to be honest. I'd like to just do the puzzle. So I've done that. That was Thor. That's a pretty cool puzzle. Have I done temperatures? 90%. Oh. Why do I only have 90%? Can I see my code? Solutions? No, I don't want to see the solutions. I want to see my solution. Alright, what is this even? What is this puzzle even about? And we're still just waiting until this person finishes, because I think that's an actual real person from Madagascar. That's awesome. Alright, okay, solving this puzzle validates that the loop concept is understood and that you can compare a list of values. This puzzle is also a playground to experiment the concept of lambdas in different programming languages. It's also an opportunity to discover functional programming. So conditions, absolute value, English, let's play, temperatures, loops. Okay. So this arrays, loops, and conditions. Okay. A higher resolution is required. What? A higher resolution is required. What's wrong with my resolution? Like, how would I even change that? Oh, do I need to? Well, if it's going to do that for one puzzle, it's probably going to do it for all the puzzles. I mean, so a higher resolution. Resolution is like it's how many pixels you're displaying, which I don't get it. Let's just do a different one. Yeah, a higher resolution. What? Do I need to? I don't want to like. Actually, let's not do that. I was gonna adjust the window. It doesn't matter. Okay. Hey. Ah, sorry, there's a spider. So, anyways. So, no mouse. Can we see that? Oh wait, and I don't want to do Scrabble. No, let's go back to. I mean, you still can't see. Sorry, still can't see that. But let's go back to temperatures. All right, so the resolution meant that my window just needed to be like wider. I had it shrunk down to where it was a partial window. It wasn't maximized. So I just had to maximize the window. All right, so in this exercise, you have to analyze records of temperature to find the closest to 0. Okay, so write a program that prints the temperature closest to 0 among input data. If two numbers are equally close to 0, positive integer has to be considered closest to 0. For instance, if the temperatures are -5 and 5, then display 5. Alright, so first we're doing absolute value to see if the absolute value of the temperature is, so that that gets rid of the negative, but then, so already I know that we need to put in a check for if there's both, if there's a collision. So okay. So they have is negative as a descriptor here. And oh wait, they have it commented out? Or wait, is this what I've already done? Yeah, this is what I've already done. Okay. They have is that's me. I'm talking about it. Okay, this is how I see. Oh, you can't see this. Hold on. Also, I have a hard time believing that I had to maximize the window for that. Because now I just minimize the window and it works. Also, how far are we? Is that clash still going? Oh, you didn't share your code. It's okay. Let's play again. Oh, he just gave up. I was gonna say, can we still get into that same one? So I guess let's look at the code then. So like we have that, and then if it's the absolute value of min int, So I think I had it backwards. All right, well, let's do another reverse run. Okay. Oh. Got to strip the punctuation and put it back in. Oh. Okay. Let's do. Oh wait, what am I typing up there? Return text equals that, and then we got. Oh, come on, composer, chill. I'm only started with that 45 seconds in. Get out of here. All right, so we got return text and for word in message. Gonna do that, and then if What's, oh man, this is just sloppy. Alright, this might have to be my last one. We're going like an hour and a half. I was doing so good. I just charged up a little bit. I'll have to charge the keyboard, but it's charging now. Let's see. So if word in message or for word in message, we're going to flip it unless it has punctuation. I was going to look up a contains method. Contains Python. Okay. Wait a minute. If there we go. So if in Python is more like if this is in. There we go. Let's see if this is more what I was thinking of. Char. Character exists in the string. Target char in my string. Oh, okay. So what that all means, if that in that. So if oh my gosh, this is gonna get annoying really quick. Okay, text. Now it's gotta be the return list. List, and then declare it as a list, and then we're gonna add it. So dot append. Whoops. List dot append. Word. No, it's ::(-1). That's what I was doing earlier. So that'll flip it, and then print. We don't even need return list really. Return lists dot join. Or no. It's a join. Dot join. There we go. It's that backwards one. No. Can only concatenate string. Not int to string. What? Line 13. Oh. That's an easy one. Okay. That has nothing to do. What am I doing? What did I do? Uh, isn't that how to flip a word? Well, there's that. So that'll get the... Okay, so the join was why I had the extra spaces there, but I'm not flipping it. We'll just look it up. Reverse word. Yeah. Words dot... So that's a reverse copy of the words plural in the list, but I'm just trying to do it for just the one. But since I'm only doing it on the one, I feel like that... Return list, append. Let's even do flipped equals that, and then we could do flip equals... So we cut that out and then just do flipped. I feel like this isn't really... I don't think that really did anything. I feel like you could still do that in there. Yeah, that didn't actually do anything. So somehow... So there's the... You could do it the really drawn out way, and so for every word you can analyze every char. Let's try that actually. So comment this out, and this... Or wait, no, because if I'm checking every single char and seeing if it's in a string... So it'd have another variable cleared. False. Equals 0. Here would be like for char in word. If char in dot dot dot, you can do all of them. Forgetting dash, that, question mark. Okay, so if char is in that, no flip. There we go. No flip equals 1. So you're basically targeting that. This we don't need. If no flip, return list dot append word. So you're not flipping it. All right, so now let's do this. Oh, and then also you got to do... See, it's still not... Well, either way, we got to no flip equals 0. So you got to reset the indicator that you use to see if you flip it or not. Why is it not flipped? Like, oh, no, the numbers don't matter either. It's just apostrophe and the. And actually, I think I gotta add that apostrophe. So if char in, and it's checking for every char in the word and every word in the message. So it should be picking up on that. Actually, let's do that again. It's just not flipping any of them. So, I mean, there's even a way to like how we checked every char. You could also reconstruct it, but that's what this is supposed to be. This like start, stop, and then step is -1, and it flips. Yeah. So like, looking here, that's all of them. Reverse order of words in a given string, and then how to reverse a string. Yeah, see that should be the thing. So, and I don't know. I want to try this. Print word ::, -1. Oh. Oh. That's why. I get it. And that's the funny thing. If I watch this later and I'll see that and be like, so to explain, we only have a minute left. I am doing every character. You can say word all you want. It's going to look for every character in message. So that's why I was printing out. So it was still flipping every char. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I'm not going to fix that in 40 seconds. But basically, that's what it was doing. So what I needed to do to remedy that is split it into. You do the dot split, and then it would take that message and chunk it, and then you would create a list, and then you would analyze each word in that list, and then so this would still work, like this area right here. And actually, can you see that? So there we go. So for word in message, it's still analyzing each individual character, each char, and so that, yeah. So it was working. It was still flipping every char, every character, but it wasn't flipping every word. And that's on me because I didn't. Yeah, it's fine. And actually, with that, I think I'm going to get going because I need to go do some other things. Almost 2 hours, made it close. But yeah, this keyboard not being there. Yeah, I could share my code. It's like a composer. Oh. Nah, I don't like that. Well, I guess so. He did. They did the split. So they made it A, and then they're analyzing each one. Now wait, why? And print the pointer of A. I mean, that makes sense because usually you're supposed to print just a pointer rather than the value because you're passing by reference and not by value, so that saves on memory. But for something like a small little challenge, that's kind of a perfectionist move. But that is cool. That works. Clearly, it only took them 39 seconds. and it took me 15 minutes. At least no one else got it. So, anyways, hope you all enjoyed. We'll be doing this a lot more. Yeah, and it'll keep getting better. So the main thing I think is that chat window. That's really bothering me. I mean, we got just the advertisement on this one. But once people start commenting and stuff, I need to be able to see it here. Follows, comments, all that stuff. It needs to pop up here, and that's going to take some doing. But at least like we have it here and now. This is working. So, all right. Well, thank you for stopping by. Let's go ahead and do the outro while I'm saying goodbye, which is just a constant collage of graffiti from around the world. That's Mumbai. Also Mumbai. And that's cool because it's robots take control. It's like in English, all that, like, which is kind of sad. Like English is everywhere. That's actually in Fort Collins. That's on a building I saw in the wild. That's Malaysia. Oh, that's Vietnam. That's was that Ho Chi Minh? Yeah, that's Ho Chi Minh downtown. Oh, and it was so funny. When I was there, I did like this tour thing, and the tour guide was like, "Don't go down here. This is mafia territory." And it was just nothing but graffiti, and I was like, "I kind of want to go to mafia territory. Like, I want to go see all this." And even if I saw somebody, like, what are they gonna do? Be like on drugs? Like, okay, they're gonna try to rob me? Like, okay, I got nothing, and like, you know, I got nothing but a knuckle sandwich for you if you really want to try it. And I don't understand the language, so it's going to be even more frustrating for you. I'll be like, nah, I ain't got nothing, and just start waving my hands all menacingly. I like that one. That was like I've drawn stuff like that. Actually, I've drawn stuff like all of this, but like, you know, not nearly as good. And that I think I actually got off the internet. I don't think that was something I took a picture of, but I think I saw something like that in one of the files. All the rest of them were pictures that I took. So the one that I didn't took, that gal, I feel like that looks like what's her name off of Breaking Bad. Oh, and I need to go get another one. I have another one of that with the comic on the side of the building, but it's a different angle of it, so it's kind of cool to see like the contrast. So, all right, well there's that. That's probably my favorite right there. That was in an art school courtyard. It's on the side of the shed, and then that was another shed in there. Oh, between that and the robot one, because that's pretty cool too. But anyways, I'm off. I'm going to go do some things and then go to bed. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta.